The gambler's fallacy is the mistaken belief that past random events can influence future random outcomes. It occurs when people assume that if something happens more frequently than usual over a short period, it is less likely to happen in the future, or vice versa. This fallacy is most commonly associated with gambling, where individuals believe that a streak of losses or wins means that the opposite outcome is due to happen. However, in situations governed by probability, each event is independent, meaning previous results do not affect future ones. Now let's look at some examples of how this fallacy appears in real life. One common example of the gambler's fallacy happens in roulette. If the ball lands on red 5 times in a row, a player might believe that black is more likely to come up next, even though the odds remain the same on every spin. Another example occurs in coin flipping. If a fair coin lands on heads multiple times in a row, someone may assume that tails is due, even though each flip is still a 50% chance. Outside of gambling, this fallacy appears in sports where fans believe a team is due for a win after a losing streak, even if past games do not influence future performance. Now let's explore why people fall into this type of thinking. The gambler's fallacy is caused by a misunderstanding of probability and randomness. People naturally look for patterns, even in random events, because the brain is wired to detect order in the world. Another cause is the belief in balance, where individuals assume that luck or fate must even out over time. Additionally, past experiences can reinforce this fallacy. If someone once made a decision based on the gambler's fallacy and it appeared to work, they may continue believing in it, despite the randomness of the event. Now let's look at the effects of this mistaken belief. The gambler's fallacy can lead to poor decision-making, especially in gambling and financial choices. In casinos, people may chase losses, believing they are due for a win, which can lead to excessive gambling and financial loss. In investing, someone might assume that a stock that has been performing poorly is bound to rise soon, leading to risky choices. This fallacy can also contribute to stress and frustration when people expect an outcome that does not happen. Now let's consider some solutions for avoiding this type of thinking. One way to avoid the gambler's fallacy is through education on probability and randomness. Understanding that each event is independent can help prevent faulty assumptions. Another solution is practicing logical thinking, such as questioning whether past outcomes truly have any influence on future events. Setting limits in gambling or investing can also prevent impulsive decisions based on mistaken beliefs. Finally, using statistical tools or seeking expert advice in decision-making can help people rely on data rather than intuition. By recognizing and correcting this fallacy, individuals can make more rational choices in everyday life,